In general, when I got here,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
Like I always knew that, yeah, the Spurs in general, like that, have a very solid defensive team, and like they stick to their rules, and they usually play very great team defense, and I don't think it's any different this year, at least like mentality wise.
How much do you think you've grown defensively with this system?
Um, I definitely have. I don't think the the system behind it is so different to what I saw in Toronto. I think we had a very similar defensive mentality, but yeah, there's always new things that I can pick up, and yeah.
You guys were 11 and 14. What, December 5th, whatever. 3 games under 500. Here you are. You won 11 of the last 14. So obviously, what happened? Was it that defensive commit? You guys bought in. Everybody finally started committing to defense and
It
opened
was
everything up. Or?
it was part of that. Yes, I think it was. First was in general. We didn't play with enough energy. If it was on defense or on offense, like
Yeah.
we're stagnant both ways, and one fed off the other. Like, and when we turned up the energy a little bit on defense, it helped us on offense, and the other way around.
Yeah. And how much? Not to make too much of it, but those 30-point losses. You have 30-point losses. It kind of gets you, humbles you, right? I mean, gets you down to. After that, it seemed like eventually you became. That has to be soul. You was some soul searching, I'm sure. After that, huh?
I mean that hurt definitely, and yeah, like I said, we at that point we definitely knew we had to change something. So I think, yeah, that just kind of kicked that mentality off where everybody knew we had to step up
Yeah.
and change something, and I think it worked.
I know you guys are focused on you, but to David's point, when you were 11 and 14, the West has been so wide open. You're kind of creeping and kind of making your way up those standings. Does that put even more confidence into you guys that it's kind of been scatterbrained in those standings, but here you guys kind of on your way up the standings?
I mean, the standings are, I want to say, unusual to where they're very close together, like throughout a lot of teams, and really the only thing that means is if you have a good run, if you have a good stretch, you can move up pretty fast, or if you have a bad stretch, you might move down pretty fast. So uh, I want to say it comes back to like not thinking too high or too low of what you're doing at the moment. Like, it's about the next game, the next stretch. It's about keeping consistent, yeah, good basketball for us, and I think that eventually will lead to us moving up the rankings anyway.
Jakob, what do you think of the? We asked Dallas about this. What do you think of the atmosphere the other night? It was pretty,
It
almost
was
like a
crazy.
fight. Yeah, it was right. So we asked him, hey, are you glad that's over? He said, no, I like it because it was so. How about you?
I enjoyed it. I mean, I think that was the loudest it's been so far since I've been here. Yeah, was a really fun game to play. I think part of it was because we just came out ready.
Yeah.
Right from the jump, we knew what we had to do for that game. Yeah, that just all in all, like the fans, us being ready, just made a very fun game to play.
Well, taking that in consideration, you come around. I know you're at home, but then you're playing. I know Memphis having a lot of trouble, but are you guys a little wary of it? You guys have got to really be focused because this kind of game, they can, there's maybe a tendency to let down a little bit.
I mean, it might be a little bit harder mentally to get ready for this game, but everybody in here has done this probably a million times. Like, especially the older guys. Like, there's going to be highs and lows, and if you have a good run, you have to try and keep it up, not get lazy, and fall back into old bad habits. And that's what it's going to be about tonight.